This is the Cartoon Museum situated in the heart of central London. The Cartoon Museum is a London museum for British cartoons, caricatures and comic strips, owned and operated by the Cartoon Art Trust. It has a library of over 5,000 books and 4,000 comics. The museum item catalogues and features a changing display of over 250 exhibitions from its collection of over 4,000 original cartoons and prints. When I first went down the stairs, I started to almost become immersed within the cartoon world, with pictures of many iconic British characters such as Beano, Gromit, and most coincidentally none other than Rupert Bear, which I found rather amazing. When we got downstairs, we were greeted by the Starman himself, aka Superman, doing his iconic pose. We soon went inside the museum and were greeted by the giant collection of cartoons dating all the way back to the 1700s. Many of these were different types of cartoons, from comics, gags, war strips, political skits, and so much more. Now, as you have a look at all of these amazing drawings illustrated by many talented artists, let me narrate to you the history of cartoons and the many famous branches that have been born out of them. Cartoons are as old as drawings, but the use of the word in its present meaning dates precisely to a particular drawing, Substance and Shadow by John Leech. Published in an 1843 edition of Punch magazine and now known as Cartoon No. 1, Leech's drawing is not remotely funny and was never intended to amuse. It criticizes public attitudes to poverty and means to disturb. Thus, the word cartoon entered our language. The artistry on display throughout the history of cartooning defies description because of its sheer variety. However, there is one unique shared feature. They are works of art with an ulterior motive. They observe, report, disturb, disrupt, amuse, attack and poke fun. They are elegant, crude, tasteful, disgraceful, kind, cruel and unruly. They share no viewpoint other than that of being human in a particular time and place, and they tell us more about ourselves than any number of think pieces in any distinguished journal ever could. Comic strips emerged gradually during the mid-1800s with weekly serialized stories aimed at children in Victorian story papers, initially being illustrated written narratives, which over time featured recurring characters and included more illustrations arranged in strips. British comics have historically been aimed at children, including the longest running comic in the world, the Beano. However, there is a wide tradition in stories and audiences across the medium, including adventure comics such as The Eagle, girls comics such as Jackie, and sci-fi comics such as the long-running 2000 AD. After the horrors of World War, cartoonists often made light of present difficulties such as the toll taken on families and cities due to air raids and food and fuel shortages, each in their own unique manner. Three particular geniuses stood out: William Heath Robinson, H.M. Bateman, and Graham Laidlaw, aka Pont. Heath Robinson's Machines, Bateman's The Man Who series, and Pont's visual meditations on the British character marked a brief pause in the mad onrush of the 20th century. Since the financial crash of 2008, the world has increasingly become more divided. Populist politicians seek to sow division and refuse to take accountability for their actions. We have seen wars across the world, a pandemic, and the looming shadow of the climate crisis. Cartoonists are more important than ever in helping us understand human conflicts and to hold the powerful to account. The rise of smartphones has seen a fundamental change in the way society interacts, affecting the ways that cartoons are created and consumed. Declining print sales have seen the next generation of cartoonists taking advantage of digital devices for drawing and distribution, using apps such as Instagram to find their audiences. After wandering around the main exhibitions and admiring all of the amazing cartoons that were put on display, we went to one of the smaller rooms where you could do your own drawings of anything that you wanted to. It was also here that they had the artworks of the winners and runner-ups of the annual Young Cartoonist Awards, which in fact I am considering to possibly participate in. For anyone who's wondering about the prizes, the winners received £250 as well as their artwork being displayed in the museum. As an artist who's willing to improve and learn from his mistakes, and also who's going to be celebrating his first decade of him being one himself this year, I was immediately eager to draw something when I came here. The drawing that I did was inspired by two things. The main one was a picture of my angry looking brother sitting on top of me as I plodded across the floor in what looked like absolute agony, and also a comment my mum made on it, saying that it looked like a dinosaur on top of an elephant. Meanwhile, my cousin Gopi, who I'm ever so grateful for taking me here, and also who you should know from this video, was inspired by a bunch of things, but mainly tried using geometric shapes, making his look more abstract. His drawing was of him with imaginary long hair cycling on a calm pathway overlooked by a serene sunset, quickly followed by an absolutely terrified cat running away from a fish with sharp teeth and, for some reason, legs for it to chase its natural predator. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this brand new video, and once again thank you so much for taking time out of your day to take me here, Gopi. Please do make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one.